Farlight 84 Best Settings Guide. You guys know I had to make one and cover every setting in the game like I usually do. I want to just show you the settings you should use and move on. I will explain each one of them so you have a perfect understanding of what each one does. I have my game on mobile as well, so we will cover both PC and mobile. I will also give you the best optimized settings for decent graphics but maximum FPS. There will be a hidden word throughout the video, so if you comment that word, you will get a shout out in the next video. Let's go straight in. Starting with the general PC settings. Now most settings here are the same on mobile, so I will give an explanation for mobile as well. But don't skip the PC part if you're a mobile player. I mentioned to not use auto vault and auto climb in my recent video. You don't want to automatically mental objects mid-fight or while running. Same goes for climbing, it's just not necessary. Now if you climb walls a lot, this setting is specifically focused on not getting off that wall. So if I put this on disabled, by holding any forward key for running, I will jump down, which I don't want to. I want to jump only when I press space or my jump button, so I'm keeping this on enabled. Skill casting mode is a useful setting and you want to consider what feels easier for you. If it's on release to cast, then any throwable ability you want to use will be thrown as soon as you move your finger off the ability button. So if I want to throw Bow's other tactical ability, as soon as I press the button, it will throw the ability. If I hold the button, the ability will be on hold as well. While with the double press to cast option, you can press the button without holding it and the ability won't be instantly thrown, which allows you to aim much easier and throw the ability whenever you want without thinking about accidentally slipping your finger off that button. Honestly, I prefer double cast. It's so much easier for me and more useful as well, but if you're a mobile player and pressing the button twice feels like too much, I would recommend trying release as well. It's your own preference, so make sure to test that out. Jet slide finish, default stance. I have this on stand. I don't want to end up in a crouch animation. Nobody does, honestly. Auto switch weapons when out of ammo is a good option for those who struggle to switch to their secondary after running out of bullets. Yes, I'm one of you. You can carry 2 weapons in this game, any weapons, so I don't see an issue with switching from one to another mid-fight, unless you have a DMR or a sniper. Then you kinda don't want that auto switch. It's a good option if you struggle to switch. Manual shooting pattern is another good option. Weapons with burst fire like M16 and Fanatic shoot only 3 bullets and you need to spam your fire button in order to consistently spray someone with that burst. Well, switching this setting to hold auto fire will allow you to just hold your fire button like you normally do when spraying with any other weapon, and both M16 and Fanatic will shoot the burst consistently without you spamming the button. I don't use this that much because shooting burst consistently is sometimes not a good option, but even with this auto fire setting enabled, you can control your burst just fine, so keep this on just in case. Both auto use options are useful. If you use small shields and small medkits, you won't need to keep pressing the button over and over again to heal. You just press it once, let it go, and it will automatically keep popping heals till you're full HP. Auto open doors, yes, I use this in every game. Sometimes you won't have any time to open the door or it will feel annoying to press the button to open, but by putting this on automatic, every door you run into will be opened. Keep FOV while sprinting on 100%. You don't want your FOV smaller while you sprint. It just doesn't make any sense. You want to see more on your screen. Highlight enemies enabled. This helps you find targets more quickly. Keep damage numbers on stack. You don't want your damage disabled so you don't know if someone is low or not after shooting at them. I don't use minimap rotation, but it could be useful if you struggle to keep up with the direction you're facing on the minimap. The rotation will rotate the map towards the direction you're facing, so if you get confused about where to go to reach a certain destination, having this on rotate will help you out. Button hints are not necessary if you know every keybind. You can turn them off, so I put it on show button prompts, which will only show the prompts of the buttons in the game, not everything else. There's no need to explain the rest here. 3D indicator will always be far better than 2D, and you want to see enemy HP. Now going to custom settings, there's some crosshair changes in here. Squadmate outline color is basically the color of your squadmates you see through the walls when looking at them. I keep this on blue, easier visibility than default. Hit effect color on red by default is the color the effects show when hitting an enemy. If you don't like the red color because it that looks like blood? No worries, switch to any other color. For third and first person ammo bar, I prefer this always visible so I know exactly how many bullets I have left without having to look all the way down. This setting is incredibly useful because it's placed next to your crosshair and your eyes are always there in the middle of the screen while fighting. You can also put it on hipfire so this bar displays on hipfire only, but I prefer it always visible. Hit icons are those little icons that show up after you knock an enemy or break their shields. It doesn't make your gameplay worse, so to keep this on. Reticle color is your own preference. You can customize the colors of any reticle there is. Whatever makes you see easier on the map. I prefer green or light pink, it's highly visible. Looting is the most slept on option in the game and you just don't want to skip this. Keep auto loot on enabled. This picks up any upgrades or loot you need automatically. Put sight customization on custom, please. If you put it on custom, you will see every weapon in the game pop up on your screen, and when you click on all recommended, it will bring you to every scope in the game. So for every AR, I prefer only 1x scopes, nothing else. I will only enable 1x scopes, and whenever I hop into the game, when I find 2x or higher on the ground, the game won't automatically pick them up and put them on my AR, which makes it so much easier for me. Imagine you're mid-fight and you accidentally pick up a 4x in a close range fight. Hell nah. I will show you my custom sights for each weapon. You don't have to copy this since it's all preference. I use strictly 1x on every gun except the DMRs and the sniper. Going to sound and display, we will start with display obviously. I play full screen and my aspect ratio is usually 4:3 due to the stretched resolution I'm using. If you play on native, keep 16:9. Brightness and gamma are preferences, mine are on default. Put FOV all the way up. If you put this on the lowest, there's something seriously wrong with you. No offense, unless it's the FPS issue. The higher the number is, the more you see on the screen. Sure, it is less zoomed, but that's why scopes in the game exist. Don't make it harder for yourself, you want higher visibility. Now, many people don't know the difference behind FOV on affected and independent. If you put it on independent, when you zoom in, or well ADS, your gun will do a huge zoom in even without any iron sights, which literally feels like 2x. But if you put it on affected, it won't zoom at all, at least not that much. You will see more on your screen, it will be less zoomed, and it actually feels so nice in close range fights. Let me explain. Close range fights demand ADS, most of them at least. You won't always be in the opponent's face. You will need the occasional use ADS, and having this unaffected makes it so much easier in close range because you can follow enemy movement easier without zooming, like you're standing next to them. So in conclusion, use independent if you rely more on longer range fights. Use affected if you use ADS a lot in closer to medium range. I use affected and I don't have any issues with shooting in long range. Obviously, you can get used to any of these two, it's totally up to you. VSync locks your FPS to your monitor hertz. There is really no need to use it since you can cap the frame rate in your match. Mine is capped on 144 because yes, my monitor hertz is 144. I don't need higher because it would be pointless. Sure, it might feel slightly smoother, but there is no need to torture your device with unnecessary FPS. Having this unlocked will make your FPS far more stable and less demanding on your PC or mobile. Now, graphics settings. Bunweiser recommended these settings to me back in the beta and they honestly worked really well for me. You don't lose that realistic graphics look, but you maximize FPS and performance. I keep almost everything on minimum. I have view distance on HD. You don't want this lower than balanced or HD unless you really struggle with FPS. It's an important setting if you want to be able to see people from a distance, and trust me, you do. I also keep textures on smooth. I want them to look at least a bit better than on minimal. My PC can handle this even higher, but I prefer smooth. Make sure to disable depth of field and motion blur. They're pointless. You don't need blurring effects. They take way too much of your frames. Keeping other settings on minimal won't make a big difference. You will still be able to see most of these settings like shadows. Sure, they won't be top quality shadows, but you will see them well. Same goes for settings like reflection quality. It just eats up your performance, but they're not that useful in competitive play. You can try running similar settings. Make sure to save yours first and let me know how it works for you. Lower view distance if you still struggle. Don't put it on minimal though. Textures on minimal as well if you have to. If you're running an Nvidia GPU, you really want the DLSS on. When it comes to the quality itself, you could try with prioritize quality or just keep it on balance. Or if it's too hard on your FPS, put it down to max performance. Make sure to disable anti-aliasing by putting your super resolution to disabled. Then putting anti-aliasing to disabled and switching back to Nvidia DLSS or AMD depending on the GPU you're running. Sound is personal preference, keep the audio quality on perfect. There's no reason to make this any lower, unless your device struggles a lot since it still consumes system resources. Before we go to keyboard and mouse settings, the hidden word is optimization. Make sure to also like the video and subscribe. Comment the hidden word down in the comments below so you have a chance of getting a shoutout in my next Farlight 84 video. Let's get back to the video. These settings are strictly for PC, but I will cover mobile settings right after. Starting with controls, you can tweak your sensitivity here. Now if you struggle to find the right sense, make sure to check out my latest video where I explained everything in detail for both mobile and PC. I will just scroll through those in gameplay. I prefer to hold while aiming instead of pressing the button. On mobile, it might be easier to press the button, but I personally use hold as well there. My sprint is on auto. It's easier. I don't have to hold another button to sprint. I just hold my forward key. I recommend the same if you don't want to hold another button. On mobile, in HUD, just put your sprint literally where your dead zone is and you will sprint as soon as you drag it up. Medical and body will I release to use. It's much faster. When you hold the button to see all of the bodies or heals, you hover your mouse and you just let go of that keybind and it will equip that body. While press to use, you need to actually click on that specific body, which takes more time. You can mess it up a lot. I just don't recommend that, honestly. And lastly, keys. I have pretty much everything at default. There's a difference between holding to crouch or toggling to crouch. I have a detailed explanation in my movement guide. I use one of my side mouse buttons for shields and the other one for picking up bodies. I removed switch weapons on the control wheel because it just messes me up. I don't use scroll wheel, and yeah, that's pretty much it from my PC settings. For mobile, aim assist is preference. Most people run aim assist on mobile, which pretty much helps their aim. Autofire is that one feature I don't really like. Sure, it automatically shoots when you put your crosshair on somebody, but sometimes you want to ADS at someone and wait for the right moment to start shooting, and you just don't want this thing to shoot by accident. Jump to right ziplines is a nice option. You don't need to press another button to catch the zipline. You can just jump. It might mess you up sometimes, but there aren't many ziplines on the map and you won't run into that issue. My graphics settings look like this on mobile. I will be honest, I haven't played yet, so I can't tell if my device runs the game well on those settings or not. I prefer to have it around balanced so the quality isn't too bad while keeping that bright visual style. Obviously, you can tweak this on your own and see what runs the best for you. Many people complained about the bad optimization on mobile. Just give them time. They're working on it, but it's not a thing they can change in a week or two. Stay patient and you will eventually be able to play smoothly. Here's what my HUD looks like. I use 6 fingers and don't ask me why. It's just the easiest for me. Also, my device is really small, so most buttons are kinda big. I will probably move the map around since I can't see it in the corner, but this should be the main preset I will be running. I ran this in Bloodstrike and Delta Force Mobile. My mobile sensitivity looks like this. For a more detailed explanation, check my latest video on how to find the perfect sensitivity. And yeah, that should be it from the mobile settings. I hope you guys found this video useful. I tried my best to explain everything. Yes, I did skip most mobile settings because PC has the same settings, so there's absolutely no reason to explain the same things twice. I will definitely try playing on mobile in the future, so I will update you guys if I come up with something else. But other than that, thank you for watching to the end. It means a lot, and I will see you in the next video.